Welcome to today's Daily Dose, where you can get your daily dose of motivation and inspiration. I'm Eric Watson, entrepreneur and business leader, and it is my mission to help as many people as I can in the areas of wealth, wellness, and winning. And if I can touch but one with my daily dose, my job is done. Welcome to today's Daily Dose. I'm Mr. Eric Watson, here to give you your daily dose of motivation and inspiration to hopefully get you through your day. And I will say today, as I say each and every day, I am yet again blessed to be blessed on today, the greatest day of my life. And some of you may ask, why is today of all days the greatest day of your life, Eric? I'll tell you why. Today is the greatest day of my life because it is the most recent occurrence whereby I've been allowed to get up out of bed, walk amongst the living, take yet another breath, but more importantly, share with each and every one of you. And I truly take that to be a blessing. I don't take it for granted. And I hope and pray each and every day that someone out there will be positively impacted and or positively influenced by something that is said today. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and get into today's Daily Dose quote. And the quote for today is by a gentleman named William James. OK, William James. He was an American philosopher and psychologist and the first educator to offer a psychology course in the United States. All right. And what William James said was, the greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. Excuse me. Again, the greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. All right. Now, I'll ask this. Do you want to make change in your life? Do you want to alter the trajectory of your life? Have you wondered how you can start with that? How can you begin with making such a change? All right. And there are many different variables to that equation. All right. There are many different things that you can do to get started with making a change in your life. There are many different avenues you can follow, but a solid starting point, a good starting point would be to alter your attitude. All right. If you want positive change in life, you have to have a positive attitude of change. All right. You have to have an attitude that is supportive of the change that you would like to see. All right. You have to change your attitude to change your life. All right. If you have a positive attitude and are readily accepting of change, it will come to you a whole lot more easily. If you are in a negative situation and you want a positive change, you have to have a positive attitude. You can't expect to elevate yourself from a negative situation with a negative attitude. It just doesn't work that way. Only a positive attitude can do that for you. You can't add more negativity to a negative situation and hope to get a positive situation. I hope you know where I'm coming from with that. OK, it just doesn't work that way. You have to bring a positive attitude. Change your attitude to change your life. All right. Oftentimes people get so frustrated with their negative situation that it is hard to muster up that positive attitude. I know it can be difficult. I get it. I've been there. I understand. It can be difficult for me. I understand. It can be very hard to maintain a positive mindset, a positive attitude when things around you are just going wrong. It can be hard. But what I often do is I keep in mind that it's a matter of perspective, right? Life is a matter of perspective, but you have to understand it is a matter of perspective. So no matter how bad your situation may be, you have to keep in mind that there's always someone out there who's in a much, much worse situation than you. All right. And I always kept that in mind. There's always someone who's in a worse situation than mine. So I have to keep that positive mindset. Like, OK, my situation could be as bad as that other person. All right. And from that perspective, I am grateful that I'm not in that person's worst situation. And I can look at my situation from a more positive perspective and in a more positive light. OK, it's hard at times, but that's what works for me. I realize that I have to change my attitude to change my life. And once I can look at my situation from a more positive light, it allows me to think through how to elevate myself from that negative situation to more of a positive situation. All right. Then I can formulate a plan and then execute. But maintaining a positive attitude is what allows me to keep my mind clear, to think about what I need to do, to think it through, to have a better understanding of how I can improve my situation. I don't know about you, but I find it hard to think through anything. All right. When my mind is clouded with negativity, when I'm mad, when I'm frustrated, when I have a negative mindset about what's going on, it's hard for me to think through anything in those situations. All right. And in those situations, you tend to react more emotionally than rationally. All right. So when you're mad, you're upset, you're frustrated, it's more of an emotional reaction than a rational reaction. So you may get, more of an emotional response, which may not be the best response or the most well thought out response to whatever situation it may be. All right. So that's what I do. And I realize that I have to change my attitude in order to change my life. And then there's the fact that negative people just attract negativity. All right. And I'm not saying that negative things don't happen to positive people at times, but I think those negative things are amplified over and over 10 times, 100 times when you're negative. All right. So when a negative situation happens to a positive person, OK, they can damper that situation. All right. They can react a little better to the situation. When negative things happen to a negative person, it's just 10 times worse. It just makes it so much worse, and it's amplified when you're a negative person. All right. And also, positive people tend to attract positivity. All right. Positive people attract positive people as well. All right. So they want to be around people who have that same positive mindset, that those people that are positive as well. And when positive people are around positive people, then positive situations come about. All right. So if you want to alter your life in a positive way, it starts with maintaining a positive attitude. All right. Change your attitude to change your life. OK, so with that, let's go ahead back and look at that quote once again. It's by William James. And what William James said was, the greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. Wow. All right. So with that, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about William James' quote and about you altering your attitudes in order to alter your life. Reach out. Let's connect. You can reach me at Mr. Eric Watson. That's MrEricWatson on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Let me know what you think. I want to hear from you. All right. So with that, I want to wish each and every one of you a blessed and prosperous day. Go out there, have a positive attitude so you can make positive change. So with that, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Until we meet again, goodbye. Thank you for joining me for today's Daily Dose. I hope you were able to get something out of it, because again, if I can touch but one, my job is done. Everyone have a blessed and prosperous day.